What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Hey, check this out. We got a brand new thing on Coach A's football called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to break down the Miami Hurricanes versus the Texas A&M Aggies. We're going to break down all the big plays, see what you guys think at the end.
The good, the bad, the ugly.
All right, here we go, man. Brand new episode here on Coach Me Coach podcast. Coach Hayes football as well, man. Man, Dom couldn't be out for the Coach Me Coach, so I decided to start something new. We're going to jump straight into this film. I'm typically not going to do this live. I'm going to pre-record this, but because we had a late cancellation in here, I'm going to go ahead and just do this one live here. But in the previous week or the future weeks coming up, I'll pre-record it, man, and talk about it, and then we can go from there. But let's jump straight into this film. We already got 50 people in the building. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe button as you guys are coming in, and we're going to jump straight into this deal as well. So let's go ahead and break this thing down, and let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Once I'm finished, we can go ahead and get this started. Big shout out to everybody who's leaving comments. I got the thumbs up already from the producer, Haitian Ellen, First Lady Through the Smoke, First Lady and only person with a blue wrench on this channel. And we'll talk about the other stuff, but I want to get straight into this deal and let's make this thing happen. So here we go. Opening kickoff. Let's talk about it. Good, bad, and the ugly, right? The good plays are plays that are fantastic, things that we did extremely well. Bad plays are maybe some miscues in there, some misfundamentals, whatever the case may be. You understand? But we can deal with it, all right? And then the ugly plays are plays that are just catastrophic failures. You understand? I mean, just straight, complete breakdowns in this deal. So let's get it rocking and rolling. Here we are, defense, man. First defensive play from snap here. Going to kick this thing outside. Nobody's there. Wayman Steve breaks it down. I'll give this a good play. I mean, it's first play out, no big deal. Here we go. Here's why I have an issue, all right? Jafari Harvey does an excellent job in spilling this, right? Watch Jafari Harvey spill this ball so it can't come inside. He does an excellent job. Whoever this tight end coming around, and you see Steve. Where Steve's problem is he's trying to go through here. You got to blow this dude to smithereens. You understand what I'm saying? And here, back here, Caleb Johnson, you can't get blocked like that. James Williams comes in with the save. Motion. Now, I want to show you something super important about this, and I'm going to bring it up later. You notice here, their top two players are 6 and 0. Remember those two numbers, 6 and 0. And watch what happens. You have to remember, coaches do things to set up things later. This is a key that you have to remember. All right? So with that being said, I read a comment saying I'm going down. I thought you were talking about my volume. A63 Kane. I'm trying to keep it professional right now, but you going down in the fantasy. But anyway, watch this motion, and they're going to determine, watch this. You got Wayman Steed on one of their best players and one of the fastest dudes here in the country. That is something they're paying attention to upstairs for Texas A&M. All right, there goes 0. Now, here's what I don't like about this coverage, okay? Basically, you got some kind of bracket deal. Couch is sitting inside leverage, playing it soft. Gives him the outside. There's no outside leverage because he's manned up. So it's soft coverage. I won't necessarily call it bad. It's just a football play. Just kind of see that everybody's throwing jabs, but they're driving the ball down the field. Great play by Leonard Taylor. Watch Leonard Taylor. Little high. Okay, we'll talk about this. Comes off. Look at him. He's extremely high, but he double wipes him. Beat 64. And he interrupts the pass. Great job right there, putting pressure on the quarterback, hitting him. All right, I want you to pay attention to their line. Watch this, because it's going to be big when we get to our block field goal. Watch this line. Everybody's head is down, right? And when I was coaching, we used to call it the old 2 live crew. Face down, A up. Why? Because that's what you need. You can't get pushed down. If your head is down and your butt is up, you're creating a wedge like this. So guys can't push you back. They're actually working up your body. This is huge because you're going to see this later when we get to the blocked field goal. Watch the difference between the two. Extended arms, that's going to happen, but you don't get penetration, okay? You don't get any penetration. And everybody's stepping down. Look at this perfect umbrella right here by Texas A&M. Yeah, you can get your hands up. That's cool. But look at the height of this ball, all right? All right, offensive possession. Give it here to Henry Parrish. Now, a lot of people think this play was supposed to go outside, but it technically was not supposed to go outside. It's supposed to be cut right through here. But here's the great thing about Henry Parrish. And the reason I know that because look at the way he's blocking. Look at the way he's blocking. Their butts are inside. This ball's supposed to spit through here. But because it's clogged up, Henry Parrish does a good job adjusting to it. Let me just go ahead and bend the corner. I'll holler at you. Now, I don't know who number 17 is. I think it's Jalen Jones or something like that. That dude was playing for Texas A&M, boy. He was playing. All right, we come back inside. I believe that's Ja'Kai Clark getting his lunch taken from him. No, I apologize. That's the guard. But look at Rooster, man. Go through this thing. This is a good play, right? Perfect block right here by Arroyo. Coming off here, kind of like they would call a wham block. Coming in here. Bingo. Helping out. Splits it wide open. If it wasn't for 17, the corner folding inside. Look at the corner folding inside. Everybody else is blocked, sealed off. Corner comes inside. He actually saves a touchdown right there. Third and 15, and let's talk about this. This is why this is important. Okay, so we put a lot of pressure on guys in the sense of the quarterback, missing some throws. We put a lot of pressure on the wide receiver for dropping some balls. Offensive line played extremely well. But here's an issue, though. Here's an issue. We got false start penalties in key moments, man. It's 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 right now. This is what you call crowd participation, baby. Come on. Let's go. You literally in the belly of the beast. Great play right here. But this is what I'm talking about. So it's 3rd and 15. We just had a false start prior to this. Would have been 3rd and 10. This play gains 10 yards. We get a first down. Watch this. Great play right here. You add 5 yards to that, this ball is right in here, right? Maybe to the 5-yard line, we get a first down, a new set of downs. So there's plenty of blame to go around in this loss, but it's a learning experience. No need to panic. To all my Hispanic brethren, tranquilo, calmate, suave, man. All right? To all my Jamaican brethren, everything is irie, and we'll talk about that as well. All right, here we go. Great play right here. They come around, seal it inside. Everybody's got penetration. Great block. Rooster, I'm not mad. You got to pick your feet up, but it is what it is. Now we're here to the field goal. All right, good job there, Borregales, and makes it happen. And I'll break this down. When I break this down to pre-recorded, I'll break it down to just good plays, bad plays, and ugly plays. But again, I just want to put this up here because just kind of impromptu, man. Our first one, I just go live with it. And also, big shout out to Wholesome. I think he's dropping. Oh, here we go. Wholesome already in the building. Look at that. Shout out to Wholesome when he's dropping his as well. So, guys, make sure y'all go check that out on his show as well. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Texas A&M. Play action. Great key blitz right here. This is a key blitz right here. All right. He's checking the running back, and this is huge. A lot of people don't understand. Key blitzing is if he goes out, I have him because he comes to my side. Watch him hesitate. He notices he's engaged in the block. Now turn on and replace him. Great job right there by the entire defensive line and that blitzing linebacker. I'm talking about killing it, bro. 150 people in the building. All right, here we go. Straight ugly. Takes it out the bounce, takes his eyes off, and we create a fumble. We give them the momentum. I tell people about special teams all the time. Interceptions are great, and they are momentum switchers, but they do nothing like special teams. When you get these kind of plays, blocked field goals, blocked punts, fumbles on like muff punts and deals, the momentum meter goes from here to the red instantly in their favor. All right. And also the ball just didn't bounce. The ball did not bounce for Miami. Okay. And I'll explain that in a second. They picked this ball up. Look at this. Everybody's seen this play. Takes his eyes off the ball. Right. Bounces off his helmet. Good coverage by them. I think 26 is one of the linebackers. I think he got ejected later on. Look right here. See, he takes his eyes off the ball. He's looking at the guy. He still doesn't even have it in his hand. And bingo. Everybody tries to get down to the ball, and it is what it is. All right, here we go. Momentum switcher on the 25-yard line. And this is huge right here. This play is going to be big, and I'm going to explain why. I believe this is the play with Leonard Taylor. And let me explain something. I know Wholesome talked about this before on his show, talking about how they switch. How he guesses sometimes. And this is something I mentioned in his WRE film. For those who don't know, watch, react, and evaluate while I break them down. If you look at their alignment, he's head up. He's in a zero technique over the center. Okay, this is an overload look. This tells me pre-snap, especially to him and offensive line, they're going to bring all the pressure back this way to the bottom of the screen, and that's exactly what they do. But watch what Leonard Taylor does, which is a catastrophic failure. And this is what makes this ugly. Leonard Taylor. See everybody steps? Harrison Hunt stepping, he'll get his lunch taken. You see Flagg coming here. So we're going to have gap integrity. Everybody has it. Here. Harrison Hunt is here. But watch what Leonard Taylor does. He sees ball, and he's going to try to stick himself back inside. This gap technically is Harrison Hunt's gap. Now you have 2-in-1 gap. A chain sees this, puts his foot in the ground, and one of the most agile running backs out there puts his foot in the ground. Look at this. And now I'm going to holler at you. Okay? Now I'm going to go back to this face mask. But let's talk about this. He should have a long stick right here to this opposite A gap, Harrison Hunt. Leonard Taylor stays here, and 99 sits here. This ball has nowhere to go. It is technically a TFL, if not, half a yard gain, something like that. And you got your cleanup guy here in 4. But instead, we have to make a play. Now, I'm a defensive guy, and I get pissed about this. But I understand it's an offensive game. When they threw this flag, I technically thought it was going to be offsetting. I thought they were going to do it both ways. A chain is literally pulling down on the face mask. He is literally pulling down on the face mask of James Williams. That is offensive face mask. They can't clinch the face mask. They can push, but as soon as their hands come together, that's considered face mask. You understand? James Williams is trying to make a tackle, right? I get it. That's just an aggressive penalty. I'm not really mad at it. You're trying to get this guy down because at the end of the day, this is really a 1.5 yard penalty. So it really didn't make a difference in the play, but I thought the refs blew this call by not calling it both ways. They both have each other's face mask in this sense. See how he still has his face mask. Still has it. All right. So again, this ball is out at the 3. They're going to put it at the 1.5 yard line. So, because half the distance to the goal, no big deal. It is what it is in that sense. So that penalty doesn't really hurt us, but I thought the ref should have called it both ways. And it should have been what? A replay of downs, offsetting penalties. All right. Again, goal line stance is at 1.5. They put it at the 1.5 yard mark because he went out on the 3. So, it hurts us, but it's not like, it really made a big difference in this sense. Here's my issue. Everybody else is low. Look at him working this cutting the legs from one of these dudes. This dude done lost his helmet. I forget the young man's name from Maryland. Look at Maryland. He's the only defensive lineman standing up, and now he's in the way. When you're this close to the line, everybody on the defensive line is getting low, cutting. Littstein, look at this, cutting low, cutting. But because he wants to stand up and be a hero, right? You are literally 1.5 yards from the offensive line. You're an interior defensive lineman and you're standing up. Should never happen. Should never happen. All right, here we go. The old famous flea flicker, right? We get a 2-back look here. We have Mallory back here in the backfield. Oh, Flea Flicker. I thought TVD did a good job. Didn't have the downfield deal, but he takes it, gets the first, and Redding gets tackled, but we got the first. Let's move the sticks. That's a very good play. Next play. Here we are. It's a free play, y'all. Offsides. Free play. Let's go. Take your shot. These are the plays. I love it. Took his shot. Got the first down. We could decline the penalty. Great catch right there by Bashar Smith. Let's move the sticks. Jackson. Thank you very much, Brother Jay Blaze. All right, here we are. 3rd and 9, right? We're in the early red zone, okay? Early red zone, right about the 30. We just getting there, but we got to convert this. Plenty of time. This is a straight catastrophic failure, okay? Here's my thing about this mesh concept. I love this call by Josh Gaddis. I think it was an excellent call. It was executed extremely well. There's only one thing I'm going to point out in this deal by Redding. If I'm ready, and you know when you deal with mesh concepts, you're trying to pick somebody off. This young man right here, this player here, has Parrish coming out the backfield. Only thing I'm going to say about Redding, I would have wished, but probably because he's here, I would have wished Redding got a little higher. Let me explain why I say that. If Redding gets higher on this young man goes underneath this play, and now his angle is all jacked up. See how he gets over the top of it? So now, even if he catches this ball, it gets him in the angle to make a play. If he's underneath this, he's in chase mode like this gentleman, and I believe Parrish has enough foot speed to definitely make that happen. So if you just picture Redding right here, if he climbs a little bit more in this ladder and gets him to go underneath him, it's an even better play. But, I mean, that's just straight catastrophic failure. I believe Bashar Smith makes this block, and we go ahead and take that in. Maybe not. I see a guy up here at the top. I couldn't tell if you guys can see him right here. All right, so maybe he would have had to make him miss or something. All right, field goal. I told you it was going to come back to bite us in the behind. Look at the difference. First of all, our heads go up. Look at this. 64 is up. 74. Everybody is standing up. All I should see is orange butts. I should not see the back of people's helmets nor their names on the back of their jerseys. All I should see right now is orange butts in the air. Look at the center. He getting Peter rolled, right? He out here doing the doo-doo brown. Big shout out to Coach 30 out there. I love that dude, man. All right. Again, this is catastrophic failure because it's going to show us again where it gets blocked. Okay, he just shanks this deal and doesn't get blocked. They're overloaded this. Look at this. We standing straight up. Big John Campbell, he's already turned his body sideways. He has to stand straight, get your head down, and make them wedge you out of this deal. They don't even really try to come block it. They just kind of get a push. This is terrible right here. This is awful by all means because it's going to bite us later. And when you're at this far of a field goal, kickers have to drive this ball. This ball can't go straight up in the air. They have to drive this ball. And for all my golfers out there, you know what I mean, okay? And he just straight, he blows this because look at his body. Look at his body. And I'm no kicker by any means, but I know this ain't right. I know this not right, okay? I'm going to leave that alone because I'm not a kicker. So that's 3 points we leave on the field right there, okay? So I'll just keep the score 6-10 right now. All right, here we go. Back on offense. First and 10. Just starting off the second quarter, excuse me. Beautiful read. Beautiful play call. Only thing I'm going to say with Arroyo, I think he was a little low on his block. He's got to come tighter right here right through here. He comes a little wide. See the distance? He's got to come tighter through here to kick this guy out. Better guys will fight and slip right inside of this play, okay, and break this down. But Arroyo has to come get inside this guy. Make him miss you outside. Make him miss you outside, okay? Now, here's the best part. He stays with it because they're in man. Now, the old Rooster would have put his foot in the ground and cut back here, and it's touchdown, y'all. This is not a knock. I'm just, I'm Tuesday morning quarterbacking this deal right now, okay? The old rooster, and I'm just teasing. He sees this. He know he's trapped, and he can see this guy that's coming up top. He sticks his foot in the ground, and he beats it outside of 7. He's done. All he has to do is outrun this guy backside, which I believe Rooster definitely can do, okay? That would have been touchdown. All right, here we go. Here's the play to Arroyo, okay? I appreciate all the comments, guys. 251 in the building. Thank you, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe button. Welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. A new episode here on Coach Hayes Football. Just want to kind of let you know for people just coming in. This is the play right here with Arroyo. He's going to run the out and up on the sideline. Here's what TVD. We talk about Heisman candidates. Right now, this is just a Power 5 football player on this particular throw in this particular play. Heisman candidates. I'm going to show you why. Great play action, read. He throws this off his back foot. Now, I'm not asking any man to be Superman. I get it. I understand. But you got to step into this. Boom. Step into this throw and give it some air. Look at his body. His feet are completely open right here. He's not stepping into the throw. This is strictly all arm. His front foot, right, has to be driving forward. And sometimes, I guess this is a pause moment, you got to lick the barrel of the gun before you get shot in the face. And you about to take 2 shotgun blasts right here in the face. But this is what Heisman candidates do. They take this shot. They have to. You're in a game right now in a tough situation, hostile environment. If he puts air under this ball, this is touchdown, okay? Look at his body. That's all arm. Now, it looks like a beautiful throw, and it is a beautiful throw. This is, again, I'm talking about next level stuff here, okay? Let's go back to the Bryce Young. You guys can go check it out. Yeah, big pause there, 863 Kane. Right? Go back to the Texas and Alabama game. Go look at Bryce Young on some of the throws he did. He stepped right into the shotgun barrel and got blasted and hitting dudes on the dime. This right here can get you picked. You understand? All right? Look at his body. Sometimes quarterbacks have to make off-time throws and use their arm strength. I get it. I totally understand that. But there was enough space for him to go through this deal, plant his feet. He knows where he's going with the ball. Boom. Look at this. Plenty. See where there he could have hitched and thrown his ball. Instead, he stepped sideways because I don't want that pressure. Great throw, but it makes him slow down, and it gives 20 an opportunity to come in and make the tackle because we don't score. But if he steps into this throw, you got plenty of air under this ball. This ball is up here. Arroyo runs up under it, in for the touchdown. But Arroyo has to kind of wait on it, all right, and gets tackled. Or pushed out of bounds, rather. 2nd and 15. False start penalty, guys. Remember this. False start penalty. Right? We're inside the red zone. But again, offensive line, false start. I get it. See all these white towels? I get it. So what? Okay? I want to call this ugly, but this is bad. 2nd and 15. Right? Running game has been good to us, so I'm not mad at the call. We just didn't execute it. That's why this is bad. Scaife comes right here. Again, a little wide. But I have to tell you something. I don't know who this gentleman is up here, but he did an excellent job. Look how he dips up underneath this. He dips up underneath the block, okay? And he comes make this play. Because if not, this thing is sewn up. Mallory, thank you. He's blocking, getting his butt to the sideline because this ball is supposed to spit right here. The second thing that scares this and throws the angle off, watch this. Right here, Ja'Kai Clark is getting his lunch eaten right now. These guys getting his lunch eaten. So what does it cause Rooster to do? Rooster technically should take this a little more vertical and get right behind 70. Okay? He tries to turn it up, but this guy made an excellent dip deal right here. But look at Mallory. Y'all clap it up for Mallory. He sealed the edge here. 70's coming up. He'll take care of him, right? But he runs into the back of Nelson, and he could have popped this deal outside. Another touchdown, right? This is the only guy to make the play. And he's coming around. He seals this. Look at it. Perfect call. The play call is perfect. I have to be honest. The play call is perfect. But again, 2nd and 15. Offensive line jumps off sides. We miss an assignment. So when you guys hear them talking in the press conference about MAs, these are called missed assignments for you guys that don't know. Here we go. Look at the line again. Look at this line. How their heads are now, all you should see now is that their numbers. Everybody's numbers should be upside down. So right now we should be looking at a 64 upside down, but that's not what we're going to see. Watch this. Blown up. Everybody's standing up. Hip, hip, hooray. I'm here, coach. Mama, look at me. I'm playing on TV. Nope. Everybody's getting blown up. The center, he opens up. This long snap, he opens up his hip. Ja'Kai Clark, he opens up the floodgate. They whipped him so bad you can't even see. I don't even know who this gentleman's number is. Guys, come on. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. And I showed y'all clearly. Watch Texas A&M do it. Everybody's head is down, creating a wedge, because if your head is down and your butt is up, you can't get pushed back. But as soon as you lift your head up, you get forced backwards, and now it creates penetration in here. Watch. Penetration. And just so happened, this is where I talked about the ball just didn't roll Miami's way that night. I mean, this brother's hand is only this big, and he gets all 5 fingers on that ball. I mean, literally. This ball could have been 6 inches to the left or right, or maybe to Arroyo's right. I mean, to Borregales' right, and he makes the field goal. But it all starts right here. Everybody's standing up. Everybody is standing up. Look, they're not trying to block it. Nobody. It's not an all-out blitz. It's not an all-out field goal block. My man standing here, he waiting for his burrito. Look at it. He chilling. Come on, man. Unbelievable. He got that much hand on it, it didn't even make it to the goal line. Gee whiz. Guys, these are the little things. But again, this is where in-game coaching comes. There has to be somebody upstairs that's watching that. Not watching the kick, watching the block. Hey, guys, y'all standing up on the block. They got penetration. Luckily, we kicked it and we made it. You understand me? Luckily, we kicked it and we made it. But there's going to be a point that's going to come back and get us, and it got us. All right? All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Texas A&M on the 50-yard line. Or 49, actually. Great job. Man, listen, Jafari Harvey, can I say I can get the most improved player right now for the first 3 games? Holy smokes. They run a stunt here. Beautifully run stunt. Beautifully. Y'all remember Keith Murray? The most beautifulest thing in the world is just like that. I get in you. They Keith Murray this deal. This is beautiful. Right? Watch this stunt. Run to perfection. Flagg comes here, pins both of these guys. Boom. Great come off by them. But watch the beauty. Everybody has a lane. And this is what I was talking about when it comes to Leonard Taylor staying out, getting outside your lane because you see ball. Oh, I got to get back inside. All right? Sometimes you can make the play without making a tackle. But watch how beautiful this is. Got an edge rusher, right? Najee Kelly. Flagg here in the B gap. They're a little bit upfield for me, but I can deal with that. You got the guy inside A gap here. And watch Jafari Harvey slide right over the top for the escape valve, and he thought he had it. Beautifully run. Look at this. Boom. Comes around. I mean, this is beautifully run. Beautifully run. And look at the effort. Look at the effort in Flagg. That's what I'm talking about, not giving up. Look at the effort in these guys. Not giving up. I'm getting fired up. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. Beginning of the, or not beginning, but in the 12th quarter. In the third quarter. Okay. I don't know what the defensive play call. I can't call it. You understand me? But we have outside leverage right here by Couch. So based on what I see pre-snap, and again, I don't know the exact call. We know we manned up here. All right. He has outside leverage. It looks to be some kind of bracket coverage. He's outside leverage of him. He's inside leverage of him. But remember what I told y'all. Number 6 and number 0. They're the top dudes, guys. They're top players. 6 ain't going to beat me, and 0 ain't going to beat me. No, sir. Not me. All right. Crazy Kane says he's playing too far off. I don't think so. It's 1st and 10. You can drive this. I'm not mad at that. What I don't like about it is he's outside leverage. So he takes away the outside, but he did. Because remember the very first out. Remember the very first play of the game. Not the first, but the second play. He was inside leverage, and he had no help outside. Now they decided in-game adjustment. Let's take away the outside so we can't do this. Hopefully, I believe this is Cam Kitchens. He can drive this and bracket this guy. So if he runs out, Couch has him, he becomes the free player. If he goes inside, he may cover him, and he can drive this. But let's see how it's played. They're playing man underneath. Again, I think this is a bad matchup, and we're going to see it rear its head later. You got Corey Flagg. It's not a knock on him, but Corey Flagg chasing a speedster, number 6. 6 and 0. Look at the concept. 6 and 0. Underneath, he's trailing. He has to because he's what? Outside leverage. I think Cam Kitchens was supposed to drive this ball. Okay, but he doesn't. He's a little late. All right, missed tackle right there by Cam Kitchens. Missed tackle by, oh, I'm sorry, not missed tackle by James. It's going to be later. I have to say this. I guess the defensive guy in me and the guy that likes this stuff, I am not mad. I am not mad at all at this play. Stop squirming, fish. Stop squirming. You know, he took him down and he dumped him out of frustration, and I get it. But I'm trying to make a play, coach. So, again, another aggressive penalty. It's going to be 15 yards. They're at the 40-yard line. That 15 yards puts us in a bad situation, right? That 15 yards puts us in a bad situation. Because now, even though it was first down, it's 1st and 10 from the 40. They're going to get 15 yards on this deal. Now it's on the 25. I guess it was somewhere 2nd and 10. Catastrophic failure right here. And here is a coaching point. Now, again, these guys get paid millions of dollars. I'm to a Tuesday afternoon quarterback in this deal. You have a bunch set. There are certain ways you can play a bunch set, okay? Right now, we have a triangle to this deal. There's a safety back here. You can't see him. He's off screen. We have a guy inside. We got a guy outside. But it's technically not a bunch. This guy becomes a quad, believe it or not. It's a quad set. And we're outnumbered to the side, and they're going to help us. But we still make a fatal mistake. All right? They're going to motion this guy over. Who did I talk about? 0 and 6. I'm telling you, they're the offense. 0 and 6. They're going to motion him over. Now, guess what this is still, guys? Believe this or not. Guess what this is still going to be? This is still a bunch set. Believe it or not. You can treat this the same way. And why is that? He is behind the tackles behind. He is split out wide for a release. He's not standing next to Johnson. They're almost 2 yards apart. He is behind the tackle. Why is he there? So he can get the release. Here's the fatal flaw. I told y'all before. They motion people to see what's happening. Now you're going to put Wayman Steed. Watch this. Wayman Steed against a speedster. And that's a fatal flaw. Wayman Steed against a speedster. You're going to man up here. He's going to release him to the safety back here. Okay? And now he's stuck on a speedster. Lets him go because he know the guy behind him has it. Fatal flaw. Fatal. He misses the tackle. James misses the tackle. Everybody misses the tackle. He walks in. Now, there are several ways you can play this. Several ways you can play this. He can be inside, and whoever shows their head first. This is still a bunch set, believe it or not. These three receivers are in a 5-yard proximity. They're adjacent. If you guys want to use your geometry terms, all right? These three guys, this is still a bunch set. Look at his line. Now, if he was over here, you wouldn't treat this as a bunch set. You would treat this as a stack. But because he's over here, you still can get this same look as if when 0 was here. All you have to do is I play my zone here. He gets the first person out this side, and he plays the first person deep. Watch this. Safety has him. Wayman Steed sits tight. No big deal. Right? So Wayman Steed would have picked up 2 sitting right here. Instead of them crossing, Wayman Steed has 2. And Ivy, I believe that was Ivy if I'm not mistaken. Or Blake, it was at Ivy at 8. And now he would have had to back out the backfield and had a better chance. Okay? And there you go. Bunch of missed tackles. And it's done. Here we go. 1st and 10, 3rd and 8. We still in the game, believe it or not. This is not out of control. 17-3. 17-3. Great play call right here. Bad ball placement, but thank God Mallory can catch. Look at this. Look at this ball right here. Bro, they got to be about 10 yards, maybe 11 yards from each other. He's already blocking. Thank God he catches it, but he catches the ball. Right? Crappy job blocking downfield because 17 threw him out the club. Right? 17 threw him out the club. Comes in, makes a play. And for some reason, Mallory just doesn't look as athletic as he did last year. Right? Maybe it's me, but he doesn't look as athletic as he did last year. He should have put his foot in the ground and got back out here. Maybe that's just me. You go in there with all these maroon jerseys. All right? Look at this big boy. Skeet. Get some. All right, here we go. 3rd and 8. This is crucial. Again, right? 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Hell, maybe the 39. Coach is tripping over here. We got to get 8 yards. We got to get here. Great play. Look at the blocking. Finally, when we block somebody. He has the angle to make him miss. That's his job, is to make him miss. But look at the blocking. I don't like the catching part, but I'll take it. It worked. Right? Works him outside. Look at this. 17 works him outside. Let's go. Makes him fall down. Put him on some roller skates. Act like you got on some skates. But no. These are the kind of things I'm saying when the ball is not rolling your way. Come on. He runs this 10 times. He scores 9 out of 10. This is the one he doesn't score. It happens in football. It happens. Look at this. Beautifully. Finally, we block it up good. Boom. He gets through there. Jacoby George. And just, oh, my God, bro. That would have made it. Think about the points we're leaving on the board. We had a blocked field goal. That's 3. So that now the score would have been 6. We had a shank field goal. That's 9. The touchdown that we could have had on, who was that? Was it Arroyo, right? But the ball placement was low. Jacoby George scores. I'm just talking about these were scorable plays. Like these were touchdown plays. But we turned around and we got nothing out of it. And I want to make sure I'm clear on this. It's not just the receiver's fault. It's not just TVD's fault. Some of these momentum busters, you get false starts and all of that stuff. Look at this. Oh, my God, that's touchdown. All right, I want to talk about this play. And this is why this is important. It looks like TVD I'm sorry, I jacked it up. It looks like TVD calls an audible here. And when he calls this audible, I don't know if there was a mix-up. I can't call that because I don't know the exact call for the audible. But he calls himself into a problem. not out of a problem. Audibles are usually called to get you out of a situation, and it's usually a number situation. So let's talk some numbers. See the audible? Stop. He calls the audible. He brings Mallory in tight. They're going to end up running the ball here. But let's talk numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 for Texas A&M. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Miami. 4 for Miami. We're outnumbered. And guess who makes the tackle? The unblocked man, which is right here. Watch this. Watch how important this is. Everybody has a block. Center blocks up. He comes get the linebacker. He's blocking the end. He's taking care of the receiver, the DB. The receiver's taking care of the DB. Nobody here is blocking what we call in football the free hitter. And he makes the tackle. Okay? Now, that's not taking away Jakai Clark getting his lunch taken. Look at this. My man throwing him all out the club. Now, should have, possibly have been, I don't know because I don't know the call. Could this possibly have been Mallory should have come up here to come get this guy? I don't know. I don't have the call. Or should he have been here? I don't know. I don't have the call. But whatever happened with TVD, he talked himself into a bad situation. Wrong numbers, okay? Wrong numbers. We actually got the numbers to the top, believe it or not, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He comes in, makes a late 6. I'll take it. But here's the problem. If Mallory comes through here and leads up through this deal, we may have a touchdown, guys. That's just me seeing it, maybe thinking that's the call. I don't know. But we get tackled, 3rd and goal. You got to take this field goal. Let's look at it again. Let's see if any adjustments were made after the block, right? As Coach Cristobal always talks about flat backs, why that's important, everybody's head has to be down. Still standing up. Look at the center. You can step right over this if you want. You can't just attack him straight up. But again, we can take that angle. Look at this. This is bad right here, guys. This is super bad, right? Who's the nearest threat? Everybody has to block down. I'm getting hot. Nearest threat. Not this guy. Not him. Everybody step inside. So 64, 53, 51, 55. Everybody steps down inside. Watch what we do. 51. He steps down, but he's open. Look, see how he turns his hand? Step in here, get your shoulder pads, lock in. 55, look at him. He getting his whole back broken. He's so happy to be out there. Look at this. Good morning for the Peter roll. Look at 55 getting Peter roll. Peter roll, bro. Look at this. Come on, man. This guy's not a threat. If he's going to block it, let him block it. All right, here we go. 6-0 again. I keep talking about these two numbers. 3rd and 2. 0 in the motion. Great play here. Look at everybody. Gap control defense. Look at everybody's filling that gap. Caleb Johnson back here getting his lunch taken. All right, because he goes underneath the block. Instead of putting this dude, you got to put 64 right back. He blocks down, come give it to him. But great play right here by 44. I forget 44's name, guys. Help me out. Excellent play. This is a good play right here. I see you, James. Look at James getting some. Get some, James. All right, here we go. 3rd and 11. Huge play. We got to connect. We're in the 4th quarter now, 13 minutes. No need to really panic, but we got to start scoring some points. We definitely have to start scoring some points. He says you got to remember they got their legs locked. Yes. But if you have your head down and your knees bent. You don't have to lock. If you lock your legs, everybody do me a favor. Stand up wherever you are in the house. You lock your legs, stand straight up, open your legs a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and do me a favor. Be even and just lean back. Just lean your head back and see if you don't take a step backwards. Come on. We'll make an illustration. Stand up, open your legs a little bit, put your head back and see if you don't rock back just a little bit by yourself. Come on. Come on. Holler at coach. I coach me, coach. All right, here we go. 3rd and 11. We got to start scoring some points. 13 minutes left in this deal. I thought this was an excellent throw. This was an NFL type throw. Again, look at his body. I don't like his legs, but again, I'm no quarterback guru in this. Chris Young say, Coach about to have people falling out at home. Yeah, you're right. Cane Juice, what's up? And I ain't talking about doing it after you start drinking. Do it when you're sober. Okay? Again, this is an NFL throw, but this is all arm strength, not driving this ball, stepping into the throw. There's nobody here. You can't worry about getting your uniform dirty. We got a whole equipment staff to take care of that. Bad pass off right here. I have to say this. Ja'Kai Clark, boy, he was in trouble, but we didn't give up a sack. Look at Ja'Kai Clark. This dude's snatching him all across the board. But big time throw right here to keep the chains moving. All right. Thought it was close, but he ran it to the sticks. It is what it is. And I have to say this. Y'all can say what y'all want. The referees call this pretty fair. I have to be very honest with you. They call this game extremely fair and maybe even more in our favor if you want to know the truth. All right. 3rd and 10. Okay. Another 3rd and long situation. Again, we throw it to Mallory. Again, he looks a step slow, but again, another mesh concept. Look at me personally. If I'm 15, if I'm Jacoby George, I would want somebody has to go high, somebody has to go low, right? You pick a guy to go high and low on. Usually it's that Mike linebacker. So if I'm 15, I want to go high and I want to kind of work this dude off, right? I want to make sure he goes underneath my route and work this dude so he goes underneath me. So now when he goes underneath me, his angle is totally this way, and now I'm headed upfield. He still gets beat by this, and we make a play to get the first down. And this was a scary moment, man, for Mallory. I thought he was really, really bad, man. I thought he was hurt, and I thought that, for a guy to be face down in football is scary, right? We don't want anybody to get hurt. But the way he was laying there, man, I thought the dude was in bad shape, man. I really did. Because I know, they showed the replay. Slint kind of got jammed on the top of his helmet. And that was a tough deal. So it was a scary moment there, man, for not just the Canes, but everybody in football. You hate to see that kind of stuff. Somebody says TVD is injured. I don't know where he's injured or what. That has nothing to do with your feet. I don't understand. Whatever his injury is not affecting him. Actually, if he's throwing the ball, then we got to do something else. I don't know. But what is his injury? Everybody's saying he's injured, so please let me know in the chat how is he injured, because I don't know. Let me tell you something about Rooster. This is why this dude one of my favorites, and shameless plug, he's on my college fantasy football team. First of all, we get a stalemate here with John Campbell, right? But watch Rooster put his foot in the ground, 2nd and 7. This is why I love this dude, right? Again, we whiff on the block, Jacoby George. But look at Rooster get to work. Look at this. You whiff on the block, no problem. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm finna light this fuse and put this dynamite right in his chest. Skeet! Get some! You mother, get some! I love this dude. Look at that. Oh, my God. Watch when he plants his foot. Watch him get low. Right there. Ooh, he finna give him some. This is a good play. Overall, bad by Jacoby George on the blocking. But at least he didn't give up on the block. I have to say that. He can just watch him. All right. Let's go into this next deal here. Coach getting excited. 2nd and 10. Still not moving. But guess what? We're moving the ball, guys. We're moving the rock. 2nd and 10. Little rollout right here to Jacoby George. Great play call, short side of the field. right? They playing off. I'm not sure where the corner was on this play, playing so far off. Again, we got to make him miss, but at least he got enough for the first down. Not necessarily mad, not necessarily mad about that. All right. You can't let a man just wrangle you up like that. I know this is the good, bad, and the ugly, but you can't get wrangled up there, Jacoby George. 3rd and 6. In the red zone again, guys. We're here. We're here. Again, this is an ugly play to me. It's an ugly play for 2 reasons. One, I don't know the depth that Bashar was supposed to run this. I don't know what he's taught. But 2, TVD's read is bad. Look at the situation. Remember I told you there's different ways to play a bunch set? This is still a bunch set. Look what they did. They had what they call a box coverage. All right, here's the box coverage. Basically, it's quarters behind it in case 2 people run vertical. And you got a squat defender here, which cover 2 corner, sit here. He's going to sit inside here. That's box coverage. Look, we got 4 guys over the top of this. And they got 2 guys here. You're probably going to have a flat defender for the tight end, all right? And you're going to have a deep defender in case he runs vertical and he runs a quick out. They have this all covered. They technically only have 5 in the box. It's 3rd and 6. TVD actually misses this read. It's here. It's not this. This is too short. This is too short. Look, he's sitting there. And TVD has to be able to peripheral this maroon jersey or whatever color this is called. You know it's a whip route. Look, he's sitting here waiting on it. They have 2 guys sitting here. They actually have the miscue. Nobody's here. Drive this ball. Nobody's in your face, TVD. Nobody's in your face. It's no pressure. Sit there. Look at that. Nobody's in your face. It's not there. It is not here. Only because you have a squat defender. He's squatted. He's not bailing and coming back up. He's squatting and waiting on it. Watch him. He's going to expand. Watch him just expand. See him? He's not even backpedaling. He just opened his hip, not even opened his hip, just scooted out there in case anything, however it deciphers itself. And he come to, I thought this kid was going to be walking like an ibis. Come on, TVD. Those are not Heisman reads. Look at this. Look, he's sitting. You got to drive this ball now, but it's going to be a first down. It's going to be, he's double covered. They jacked this up. He should have been over here with him. He's here with him. He's flat underneath. These 2 guys sitting over the top. Well, what do? Field goal. We kicked that through. But let's look at our field goal unit. Again, look at the penetration, guys. Look at the penetration. What are we doing? What are we doing? This is, I don't care what anybody says. There's a lot more to, and this is going to hurt us if it's not fixed. I promise you. It already hurt us. And you can't blame Borgao. I blame him on that shanking that kick. But you can't blame him. You can never block a kicker for a blocked field goal. You can never do that. Here we go. Look at this. Look at the penetration again. It's too much. It's too much. Come on, guys. We don't have a clue what we're doing. And I guarantee, I didn't do this on the previous 2 games. But I guarantee yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Tell me what you said. What's the last thing you guys saw? I knew they were going to try and get me. We only got a few more minutes of this left. Tell me what's the last thing you guys saw. I was in the portal for a minute, but I said, nah, I'm going to stay home, coach. Where was the last place you guys saw me? And I'll go from there. This is why I said I want to pre-record these, because I knew that was going to happen. Fred, I see, did I get the cash? I may have. I have my phone over there. It's actually on the charger, so I'll definitely check it. Usually if you guys hit me on Cash App, I send you back a U symbol or a thumbs up or something like that. 3rd and 6 is the last thing you guys saw. All right, I'll go back and I'll go through that whole spiel. All right, 3rd and 6 here, okay? Here's the deal about 3rd and 6. We talked about this. It was a bad read. I'm not sure what they say. If I talk about it again, I'll just go over it. Here they have a box formation. I told you there's different ways to play bunch. There's a bunch of different ways you can play bunch. They have a box set right here. You can look at it. Pre-snap read is already showing. You have inside low hole. You got a squat player, cover 2 out here. You got a deep guy for the outside quarter, deep guy inside quarter. Okay? Bashar Smith is going to run this whip route, but he runs it so shallow. It's 3rd and 6, guys. You got to run it to the sticks. You got to get – TVD knows that even if he runs that, which I'm not mad at Bashar's route, that may be the spacing concept or maybe a snag concept to get another guy open. I'm going to show you a guy that's wide open. Excuse me, and I don't know who did that. I don't know what missed, but anyway. Here we go. Trying to give it a little bit of time so they don't get me. Here's the deal. He runs it so shallow. TVD has to see this guy through his peripheral. He's looking this way all the way. He sees it's a squat guy. He sees it. Watch this. You saw the guy? All he did was what? All he did was expand. He didn't drop back and come back. All he did was expand his hips. So you know he's a squat guy. Look, TVD's looking this way. He's looking this way the whole time. Your peripheral say squat. Don't throw it here. Okay? Watch this. He throws it to Bashar. You're not going to get this. It's right here. Look at the read. Look at this read. It's right here. Drive the ball. Drive the ball. First down. This is bad read by Tyler Van Dyke. They jacked this up. They double covering this one guy and they left him alone because they thought he was going to go deep, but he comes back right here for the first. Come on, guys. YouTube killed me, man. We had over 300 people in the chat. YouTube blanked me out and messed it up, man. Let me know if it ever go black again. Just put black screen, coach, or you out. Don't, because some of that stuff I missed, but I'll catch those words. Okay? But again, this is right here is a catastrophic failure. This is an ugly play. Second is, look at the safety. I thought Bashar Smith was done for. I thought he was done. Flipped him on his neck. All right, Board Gallus, let's get to this kick. I keep talking about the offensive line. Nobody has straightened this yet on the sideline. No one. Here we go. You ready? Watch this. Not only the fact that they're going to stand up, watch this. Look at the penetration right here. Look at this. If they would have brought this from this side, if these two guys would have had to penetrate from this side, they blocked this kick. Luckily, he's kicking, his angle is this way and not this way. Look at this. Look at this is how everybody should look. I hate to say this. I know you guys probably can't see it up close. This is how everybody should look. Face down, butt up. 2 Live Crew. Look at the guard. Come on, man. They killing me. Don't go anywhere. All right, they try to get us. They ain't going to stop our flow. We're going to finish this. Don't leave. If you see this happen, don't leave. Coach here. I ain't going nowhere. I don't understand how YouTube does this on the lives. Right? I don't understand why they do this, but I can go pre-record this, upload it. They still going to demonetize it. Somebody else going to get the little $12 for it. This is the kind of stuff I don't understand, man. Like, they're going to demonetize it, and they're going to send it to wherever. So let me do what I'm going to do. I'm almost done. Anyway, that's the field goal. I ain't got to talk about that anymore. All right, here we go. Here's what's important. Here's what's important. I have a quick question. The ball goes both ways, but remember I talked about the Hurricanes. The ball just not bouncing our way. Their main player, 6 and what? 0. Guess who the punt returner is? Number 6. Watch this. He muffs it. We get this ball right here. The momentum is through the rocker, baby. The momentum is through the rocker. It's 4-1. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. And somehow this guy gets his ball back. Can I tell you something? When you in a pile like this, and I don't want to sound crazy, you got to come back. You got to come out that pile with that ball. In these kind of situations, I ain't telling you what to do, but I'm telling you what needs to be done. You got to come out that ball. Out that pile with that ball. And I'm going to show you right here. 5, that's Daryl Porter, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm back. Devil can't steal my flow. You know who believe in Coach? You know who said you could do this, Coach? God did. That's right. Let's get it. We almost done. It's going to happen because I guess they picked up on it at this point. All right. But I'm not worried about it. But I got it running over here. That's why I can see it. Jacoby George got to come out here with this. Daryl Porter. He's got his hands on it. Bro, you got to bend this dude's elbow back or something. All right, let's see if we can get through this deal. Can I tell you something? This was the funniest thing in the world to me. Watch 40. Watch the referee. This was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious. All right. Look at this. Oh, my gosh. The ball just didn't roll our way, guys. It literally just did not roll our way. Great pickup right here. Great punishment. Great way to stop it. Get the ball back. Look how aggressive that is. I'm going to try and go through this quick. Catch the ball. Go try to make a play. They punish him. All right, here we go. 1st and 10, 1:16 left. Great throw. This is what Bashar Smith can do. Look at this. Make you miss, get busy. Let's get the first. Great play. 4th and 4. This is the last play of the game. They're not going to show anything else after this. So hopefully YouTube don't bang my head. You got to get to the sticks, dog. Oh, he was at the sticks. Great throw. Now look at TVD's body. Look at his body. Look at his foot. Drive foot straight to the ball. Baller is already on his way. I hate YouTube. I'm back. This is the last play, y'all. When we finish this, I'll just wrap this up, and I may go jump over there with Wholesome. I think he's doing something. And unfortunately, man, we all work together, man, but I do supposed to be doing the Coach Me Coach podcast. And you know we do that from 8 to 9 on Tuesdays. I just decided to do this just kind of impromptu because my co-host Dom had to take care of some business, man. But anyway, this is the last play of the game, as you see here. Bashar Smith literally runs this. Look at Tyler Van Dyke's, man. His body's perfect. The throw is perfect. Right where it's supposed to be. I mean, actually beautiful. Ball hits him right in the face mask, and he drops it. Okay? So I'm done with that, YouTube. Y'all go kick rocks. So here's my ending of this whole deal, man. I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm going to typically do these pre-recorded so this doesn't happen. Had a feeling this was going to happen, but that's okay. For the Miami Hurricane fan base, let me say this. We can talk about Josh Gaddis. We can talk about TVD. We can talk about the wide receiver drops. Okay? Were there some mistakes out there? Definitely. Are the Miami Hurricanes in trouble? Definitely not. You must remember, and I keep telling y'all, when y'all be thinking these freshmen go come in and play right away, right? These class of 23 gonna come in and make a big difference. Think about it. Nobody on that field except Will Mallory and Keyshawn Smith, he plays some too, have experience. And Jalen Knighton. Henry Parrish played in the SEC somewhere different. But look at the guys who played before and look at their performance. They're used to this. For Bashar Smith, what he had a couple passes last year, a little end-around run. You understand me? I promise you guys, that special team, that field goal need to be fixed. Now, that's a problem. Straight up. Straight up. That's an issue. But don't panic, guys. Defense stepped up where there's some hiccups in there. Definitely. Everybody. If I did this same good, bad, and ugly for Texas A&M, I could pick them apart too. I could do that for Alabama. I could do that for Texas. I could do that for Ohio State. I could do that for everybody. But there's sometimes in football where the ball doesn't roll your way. Look at that. We get that return. We get that muff punt by a chain. We got a chance to go in there and tie it up. We're 2 or 3 steps away from it being a touchdown. We're a false start away. Just think about the culmination of the entire game. And even with the drops, and even with the bad passes, we were still in the red zone 4 times. Here go the better one. I got a better one. You want to know a real secret? You want to know a real secret? Watch this. If we make those 2 field goals that we missed, that got blocked, and one we shanked, that's 6 points. That's 15. Guess what, y'all? We could have worked to get in field goal position to kick one to win it by a point. People don't think about how everything works together. Now, we would have had to beat them with straight field goals, but we could. Now, should we have scored? Yes, most definitely. I get it. But Bashar Smith going to be a bad boy. I promise you. Jacoby George going to be a bad boy. Unfortunately, I think he's hurt. Keyshawn Smith, they young. They babies. Can we question stuff? Yeah, we can question why Thad wasn't in there and all that stuff. But I thought it was in Mario we trust. It's got to be in Mario we trust. So trust it. See, you can't trust me and then question me. You can hold me accountable. That still don't mean I'm not trusting you. I'm going to hold Coach Cristobal and his staff accountable for things I see. But I still trust this process. That's what we said. In Mario, we trust. And that's what it is. Now that whoever over the field goal unit, somebody need to write a letter. That's terrible. There's nowhere in the world that should be happening. And again, wasn't this to my man Warren, SEAL Team 6? Wasn't this SEAL Team 6 of coaching staffs, the best staff ever assembled? Come on, guys. Don't give up. Don't hit the panic button. No need. You still play that good. I told you, Texas A&M, believe this or not, is still an established program at this point. Jimbo been there, 7 years? And they got some dogs. Our dogs are puppies. We don't have dogs yet. I have to be honest. We don't have dogs. We got some puppies that can be dogs. I think 12 can be a dog. And I'm speaking offensively. I still think we got some dogs over there. But come on, man. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. Did Wholesome finish? Wholesome, did you finish? If you did, come on, man. If you want to come on, bro. What's up, Cole? Hope you had a great, man, they blacked me out, Wholesome. If you want to come on, let me know. You're more than welcome. I'm on here. I'm chilling. So let me know, Wholesome. If you want to come on, I can send you the link. Let's talk about it, man. You broke yours down. I broke mine down. Hey, guys, please go watch everybody's show. You got plenty of time. When you on the Porcelain God, take your phone with you. You do anyway. Huh? When you chilling, waiting on dinner or whatever the case may be, take your phone. Watch everybody's stuff. But Wholesome, if you're in the building, man, come on with us. I'm going to text you, matter of fact. Because I do want to open the phone line. Say, Wholesome done. I just text him. I was going to get off. But if that's the case, hey, we'll get back on. I appreciate everybody that came by, stopped through. I thank you, man. I apologize for the stuff that happened, but I knew it was going to probably happen. That's why you have to pre-record these type of deals and then put them out there, man. All right? But I'm not panicking by no means. See, we can't have our cake and eat too. We need wide receivers. We got wide receivers. We got wide receivers. They babies, dog. They babies. Oh, Wholesome pre-recorded. Okay. I just hit a bad thing. Okay, now we can call this, we can say this and that, but at the end of the day, our team looks 100% better. I didn't see our kids' heads down or our young men, shout out to Wholesome, I didn't see our young men's heads down. They came, they fought, they played. And I told you, I said to y'all months ago, this game was the litmus test to find out several things about our team and to tell our coaches and to tell coaches about themselves. They ain't just on players. Where we stand. So when the coaches look at this, they look at the players and say, are we here? Are we here? Are we above our expectations of where we're supposed to be? And to the coaches, you have to go back and look at this yourself and say, are you here, here, or here, or where we're supposed to be? I have to say both parts of this is right here, right where I thought. This was going to happen. Been around this a long time, y'all. So don't panic. Please don't panic. Please don't panic. We need to fire this. We need to bring Jake Garcia. If TVD continues, remember, as y'all quick to make excuses, it is a new system and all of that stuff, and it is. And it's a different system. Give it time. Give it time. Let these boys grow up, man. They babies, bro. They gonna be good. Keep supporting. Keep rocking your orange and green. Keep throwing up to you, and we gonna be all right. You understand me? Exactly. Ruben Marcellus said, the fact we outplayed them and lost is a good sign. Guys, that right there is a sign to tell you that the ball just doesn't bounce your way sometimes. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Think about all the things that happened in that game. Yeah, Stevenson jacked it up, but he jacked it up in the first quarter, halfway through the first quarter. A chain jacked it up 4 minutes left in the game that would have gave us the easy go-ahead touchdown for the 2-point conversion to tie this deal up. Now, we want to put blame on somebody? I'm not really putting blame. But what I am going to say is, let's hold somebody accountable. And a lot of times you can't see that live when you're at the game or you watch it on TV. That field goal unit, if we make those 5 field goals, 5 times 3 is 15. We right here, that's the 25. We could have moved this up, got a field goal range, and won this game 18-17. Or let's go back to the play, right? Since we want to hold people accountable, let's go back to the one play where Leonard Taylor should have stayed in his gap. And instead, the guy pops it, puts James Williams in a bad situation with the face mask, gets it to the 1.5 yard line. No, you can't blame guys. This is a football game. That's what I'm saying. It's enough blame to go around. Yeah, but Red, I have to say this, A63 Kane. I was like that first, and I broke this down. We can go with red zone calling, but how do you get out of 3rd and 30, dog, for 2 holding penalties? You're in the red zone. Now it's 3rd and 30. 1st and 10. Oh, I'm sorry, 2nd and 10. False start. Now it's 2nd and 15. Like, yes, there are some things, like I said, I think the blame is evenly distributed amongst all parties. Players, coaches, right? Position coaches, coordinators. I have to say that after I looked at this and I sat down and I dissect this film, if we want to say we lost this game, all parties are equally involved in my book. You can say what you want to say. Because here it is. Y'all want to blame the wide receivers. Okay, let's blame the wide receivers. Let's blame them. They dropped 7. How many, matter of fact, how many passes did the wide receiver drop? Y'all put in the chat. How many passes did the wide receiver drop? How many? Put in the chat. I'm waiting. Everybody around here watch stats and read the box scores. How many catchable balls did they drop? 6. 6 or 7. 8. Hell, I'm going to beat all y'all. I'll say 9. I'll say 9. Everybody, the highest number I got in here was 8. Coach Hayes will say 9. I don't know. That means TVD would have been 30 for 41. Where are the 11 passes that he missed? Or had to throw away, or for whatever reason? See, we can't have our cake and eat it too. I know we the U, and we supposed to win. I know y'all are busting Balin head. How you talking about we supposed to be champion, but then say we don't have players? I agree with that statement 100%. I agree with that sentiment 100%. You can't have it both ways. I believe in that. You can't say we the U and we supposed to be winning games and then the same breath turn around and say we don't have any players. Oh, we the U, and I'm always supporting the U. But right now we don't have those players. So we want to blame the wide receivers for dropping balls. Then let's blame, where's TVD's 11? And I said 9. King Kyle says the stat says 7. So that's 28 passes. Where the 13 passes? See, that's what I'm saying. We can all say this. You can always go backwards, but you can't say to yourself, well, what about the play with Rooster where he pops it for 10 yards on second and 15, but previously we just got a false start. If not, that play is inside, a first down inside the 5. First and goal inside the 5. See, it's so many different ways. It wasn't a one-sided, we jacked this up. You understand me? It was not at all. By no means was it. You understand? Y'all want to open up the phone lines? Let me know. Let me get a couple yeses. Let me get a couple likes. Let me get a couple, hey, whatever. I'll open up the phone line. We could definitely talk about it. I ain't got nothing to do. I'm just chilling right now. Let's get the likes up, man. If you want to open up the phone lines, I want to hear people's point of view based on what I said. But at the end of the day, I keep telling y'all, we cannot sit here all day. Because on the surface of it, it looked bad. I have to be honest, it looked bad. But when I looked and I delved deep into it, I was like, well, not too bad. Like the play up the sideline to Parrish, when again, I just took this from a condensed version. I didn't make my own cut up because, like I said, it was kind of impromptu. I got a call from a man. He said he couldn't make it tonight. I said, yeah, let's talk about it. I wanted to start this anyway. Say, let's just kick it off tonight, man. So big shout out to Wholesome too, man. I didn't mean to step on your toes with that. But like I said, man, I had to set up something. I already had it planned. But y'all go make sure y'all go check out Wholesome one as well, man. Go check out his review on the deal too, man. But if you guys want to open up the phone lines, I'm going to open them up for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I always say that. End up being 30 minutes to an hour. But I promise you, it's 9:25. All right. Do I have a phone line on this deal? Yeah, I got one. All right, 321-328-8235. Phone number is right here. Go check it out, man. Y'all ain't playing around. Call or talk to us. Do you agree or disagree with what I had to say?
No, I definitely agree, Coach. This cool from the crib.
Cool. What's up with you, baby?
Chilling, brother. Just glad to see you doing your thing, even though YouTube trying to hate on you.
Yeah, they tried to get me, man.
And Peanut hating in there. Roll Tide. I'm from the...
I love Peanut, man. Coach Coop in the building. What's up with you, baby? Appreciate you, man, for coming on to the YouTube takeover, Coop. Thanks a lot, man. We definitely got to get together, man. We got to get together, man. And if that diss track, people think that diss track why we lost, then guess what? You already lost then. That ain't it. So talk to me, cool, man. What's your thoughts about what I had to say in regards to, a couple of days have passed by. I had a chance to kind of maybe break down why, because sometimes we look at things on the surface and it's not really what it is. What's your thoughts?
Right. No, I agree with wholeheartedly. Not only what you've been saying since the hiring, but what you broke down to us, even in your review of the tape. the miscues, the blame, the this, the that, that could be spread around. There's enough to go around.
Mhm.
But I do. My only thing was there were few things only. And to the point, I get why the fans were angry because we didn't see Thad, and I would go so far as to say that if you took 10 of those throws away and gave them to rushes to Thad, that could have made a difference.
Okay, to your point, hold on. I agree with you, and I disagree at the same time. This is why I say that. Remember, football is about situations. So now, when it's 2nd and 30, when it's 3rd and 15, it forces you to throw. Like, we have to really, if you really want to go down and analyze this thing and try and debunk all these scenarios, you have to understand. I do think we ran the ball extremely well, right? But then
We did.
some penalties happen that force you to kind of throw the rock. But again, my only beef I have, I'm gonna go back to the previous two games. We didn't throw vertical ball, so when TVD rolled out that pocket, he threw it so flat. When he had the vertical ball, which again, that pass interference was bullcrap against Texas A&M. I don't care. I mean, I enjoyed it. Thank you, but I was trying to tell you that they were giving us this game. You understand me? But we didn't capitalize on all aspects. Like the one with Keyshawn Smith up the sideline, he didn't put any air on it. The one to Arroyo, that could have been a touchdown, but he threw it flat because he didn't want to get his face shot off. You know, so yeah, we could have ran those 10 more times, whatever the case may be. But you also have to look at the situation, kind of skews that point in a little bit. But go ahead, brother.
Well, no, I was just. I mean, I'm just saying that but like you said, what 3rd and 30? Yeah, it's tough. And let me ask you a question. Do you think TVD is comfortable yet in this offense? Because like you say, he missed a few reads. He missed them. Did he miss them because he's not comfortable, or did he miss them because he does not trust it yet? Or if that's the same thing, if that makes sense. What
it's different but very similar, and I believe both can be true. I believe he's not comfortable. One and two, I don't know if he trusts it yet, right? I don't know.
Right.
Because remember, social media plays a part, right? Coach Gaddis don't know what he's doing. That stuff seeps in, man. That stuff seeps in, bro.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. But cool, I appreciate you, man, as always. I'm going to get a couple more callers in here. And we'll definitely, man, make this thing happen. I'm not going to stay on too long.
All right, no problem. Appreciate you and everything you do, brother.
Appreciate it. Thank you, cool.
Peace.
All right, we got a quick call. I'm going to go check somebody said they sent something to Cash App. I'll check that right quick. I appreciate it. Fantasy football looking tight out here. Y'all better check your boy out. This is about to be a live one right here, y'all. We got a live fish on the line. Frank, I appreciate it. I did. Thank you so much. Fred, excuse me. Fred, I appreciate it. I did get your Cash App, man. Means a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. We got a live fish on the line. I want to give a shout out. I don't know if my dog want me to tell it, but I'm going to tell it.
No. Come on, dog. Come on. Candyman live. Come on now. Hey, now, you already know.
I'm finna do you, boy.
As a maybe.
Hey,
as a maybe.
I'm finna do you, boy. I'm finna do you, boy. Yeah, because, hey.
You don't want no smoke.
I don't want no smoke.
No smoke.
I don't want no smoke.
No smoke.
You know why? 12. You know why I said that? Because hopefully that keep you on the routes. Because I'm finna get this channel. I know you finna say something crazy. Go ahead.
Nah. What I'm about to say is this, man. Listen. Whatever you said some good things. And there's no time to panic. We discussed that on Saturday.
Sure.
However, we do have some glaring issues. And even some of the breakdown, man, Gaddis is responsible for a lot. And I said this, and to be shout out our brother Jay Blaze, by the way, I said this on Saturday. I think the coaches bear the brunt of this loss. The kids played well. The kids played. They competed, and I have to give them credit. But some of the positions that they put these young men in weren't acceptable. If we can get that cleaned up, again, we're not on the back end of this. We're on the upswing. I think we're trending up. You made some valid points, but we can't, everyone say we can't settle for these more victories. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We can all sit back and say, if Frank Wright would have threw that pass to whoever, they would have won a Super Bowl.
Correct.
That's not how football is. You create your luck sometimes. And to that point, where A-Chain fumbled the ball, I agree. That's how the ball bounces sometimes. But guess what? If we would have hustled a little bit more, we would have had some dog, because it was between him and somebody else. We could have got that ball. So I mean, it's not over. We still got ACC play. I think we'll be okay. But let's get it cleaned up. This week's gonna be a good week for everyone. Let's get it cleaned up. Let's get the coaches cleaned up. Let's get just some of the stuff cleaned up. This week we off, and next week let's see if we can capitalize on some of the things that we couldn't, on the mystery that we had last week. That's all. We ain't too live. I just, I ain't gonna be on here live. I want to let you know I'm watching.
I see you. I see you.
Somebody called. They said, "Where B12 at?" I said, I'm here like Candyman. You know what I mean? I'm like, you call me. I'm like, Candyman, I'm coming. All right, don't ever call me, because you never know where I'm gonna pop up at.
I love it, dog. Nah, man, as always, and there's points that I agree with you, but I just want people to truly understand when we trying to say our receivers suck. You have to remember that was a huge stage for Jacoby George, who didn't play last year, Bashar Smith, who played very minimal last year, right? Think about it.
Correct.
Right? 7 is not there. 7 may make those catches and change it, okay? 7 doesn't muff that punt,
Right.
Maybe that's what it is. I'm just simply saying that I don't think that there is one particular group that stunk it up. Like I said, if we want to go back, we could just simply say, hey, Leonard Taylor stuck his head inside the A gap when he should have stayed in the B gap, and he would have stopped it. That was 3rd down or whatever it was. I don't remember the down. And then they would have had to settle for a field goal instead of a touchdown, and it would have been 13. You understand? Like, there's so many what ifs in this deal that is not. I'm trying to say that I'm not trying to say the what ifs would have won the game, but there's so many what ifs that you can't point the finger at one particular person as this person lost the game. Like, Tyreek Stevenson did not lose this game for us by no means. It was a momentum shifter by all means, but he did not lose this football game for us, dog. He did that in 4 minutes left in the first quarter, dog.
I agree.
Yeah. So I was just trying to say, because, I heard people, Tyreek Stevenson, he came from Georgia, he sucked. I don't know why he.
Yeah, we have to realize, and some people had that argument on Saturday, that Tyreek blew it. Only thing Tyreek did, he slowed the momentum, and he put us in a bad situation.
Agreed.
The defense, even still, the defense played and got us out of that situation. It happens all the time. So I don't blame Tyreek for anything. There were other things that we could point to throughout the game, and so it's not Tyreek's fault. Mm-hmm. He just blew the momentum, and it was like, oh, here we go again. It happens. So It wasn't Tyreek's fault. Now, does he have to do it a lot better? If you got to make better decisions, of course, he should have left that ball alone. But that's to my point, and we discussed this. Mario and the whole entire coaching staff, they have to stress the importance to Tyreek. When you're going out that way, hey, get away from the ball. If you can't catch it clean, this is a big game. That's the stuff that you got to express and impress upon these players when you're in these big games, because just a little minute mistake can cost you the game, cost you momentum, cost you everything. And so it ain't Tyreek's fault, but he did contribute in the beginning to the momentum being broken.
Yeah, I mean, look at the field goal unit, right? How many people are talking about that? How many people are talking about the amount of penetration, the blocked field goal? It wasn't because they got a good push. They got 5 good pushes, and they just happened to get one of them. But imagine if he doesn't shank it and he makes it. Mm-hmm. That's 6 more points to 9. That's 15-17. This game is 15-17.
Right.
I'm just saying, right? But again, in coaching, that's why I say everybody, special team coach got stuff. The GA, the little pimple face dude, he got to be there. He can't be scared to go talk to coach. Hey, Coach Cristobal, our whole offensive line standing up.
Right.
They got special team coordinators. It ain't just offense, defense.
Yeah.
It's special teams, dog. And you're gonna tell. When I showed the first block for Texas A&M, picture perfect, just what you're supposed to do. You didn't see the front of any one of them young men jerseys. Man, we see 55. He getting his jump pushed in. The long snapper. He looked like somebody's little brother. It was chaos there. But so I say all that to say this. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you go. Let me just say this. Mario, he showed in these past 3 games why he was a stellar offensive lineman and why he's a good offensive line coach. Because the running game,
awesome.
Now you want to talk about highlighting a night and day from last year? The running game is off the chart.
Correct.
Now it's time for Gaddis, who won all these awards. It's time for him to show. And let's go for it. And I'll leave it at that.
Sure.
Because Mario got the run game going. We want to make sure the passing game is going, and that he got the defense looking a lot better. We'll go from there.
I totally agree. I'm gonna say this part to you because remember I said I don't know if you were on my show. We was on the show the other day or not. I said
on our show. It ain't. Come on, don't try.
No. You weren't on that. You weren't on that particular show. That's why I said mine.
I'm messing with you.
Nah, no, man. Dog, it's always gonna be ours, even if your name ain't on it, dog. You in the back though, dog. Nah. So what I was saying was, somebody asked me a question. I believe it was King Kyle. He be with Footballville, them guys a lot. And he said, Coach, you got to have want to. And I was saying, if Mario Cristobal is the offensive line coach and he can't get his guys to have want to, then he's not the man for the job. I mean, because that's his specialty. And guess what? He had his guys wanting to. Ja'Kai Clark may have been outmatched man for man, but that young man was in there fighting. He never tucked his tail, never ran.
Yeah.
They were double teaming to the point of attack. Did they whiff some blocks? Yes. Did they miss some blocks? Definitely. But you saw the fight, and that's what I wanted to see. And that's what I'm trying to say. Our receivers, from a blocking standpoint, you know this, you have to know where the running play is in order to block. You can't just go up there, I got this man. I got to know if it's inside. I got to know the timing of it. That's why it's so important, because I got to know when to get my butt into the hole or to the sideline if it's outside play. All of these things play because these guys are so much faster and stronger. And it went to show you. Watch 17. 17 an old dog for Texas A&M. And go watch Keyshawn. And go watch them younger receivers. They was outmatched physically because the young man is 2 years, 3 years older than them, man. You understand me?
Yeah.
All right. So,
absolutely.
All right, 12, man. I'm glad you called into our show, baby.
All right, brother. You know, like I said, I'm always watching. I got you, brother. Appreciate the shout out, though.
All right, man. Love you, man.
All right, love you, bro.
All right, bro. Yeah. Big shout out, man. Thank you. Hey, Fred, I got your thing. I'll hit you tomorrow. Definitely, man. Most definitely. Most definitely. I believe I got your stuff on Twitter, your DM on Twitter, man. It's been crazy. Peanut in the building, man. Peanut, man. Go slap yourself, Peanut. Anyway, Peanut, Miami, your quarterback did not take off running at all. He was scared. Might have some truth to that. But anyway, I'll take a couple more calls here. I'm going to get up out this deal, man. We got 162 in the building. We was almost up to 300. We almost had 300. And if you guys didn't, go check out Wholesome Video, man. There you go, Travis. Just said popped up. Just watch Wholesome film. I'm finna go watch it too finish the rest of my cane juice, and I'm going to go finish watching Wholesome Breakdown as well, man. Because you can always learn something from somebody at some point in time. But anyway, I'll take 1 or 2 more calls here. If you get an opportunity, go ahead and call in. Let me know your thoughts. All right? Maybe some of you guys are saying, Coach, you soft. Yeah, no. I've been in these situations. I'm gonna say this. I made this analogy earlier. I was actually talking to Streeter. And back to the vertical balls. Pause. I said, if you don't practice, Carla, give me 1 second. Turn your turn your background down just a hair. I said this until I was talking to Streeter, and we were talking about the vertical passes. And I was telling him I just watched the Tennessee versus Akron game. Tennessee was lighting that thing up. They up 49-3. They bring my boy Joe in. He's still throwing 50-yard, go get us. Come back, throw another one, go get her. They lighten that thing to smithereens, bro. They're not talking about hiding no playbook, and they playing Akron. They would have beat Akron if they would have played with their third string. So I said all that to say, when you go into real-time game situations and we never took that vertical shot. I'm blacked out again? No, I'm not blacked out again. Maybe you guys are behind, HL. You may be behind. Somebody said the Vols doing it. Yes, but I'm talking about against lighter opponents where, we don't want to show our playbook. I'm coming, caller. We don't want to show our playbook. No, it don't matter who you play your game. I said that to say when it came to the spring game, we didn't see any vertical balls. When it came, think about nothing in a real life situation we haven't seen until last Saturday.
Roll it. Let's go.
When we got into the Bethune game, when we got into the Southern Miss, and here was my analogy to Streeter. I'm coming, Carl. I apologize. I said, when these comics, Kevin Hart, Kings of Comedy, do you think when they do a special, like, they Netflix special, they've never told these jokes in front of a crowd? They only practice them in the bathroom. They go to comedy clubs across the country to fine-tune their art for the big stage. Follow me on this analogy. Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle, they talk about it going to the Laugh Factory or the Funny Bone or whatever these comedy places are. They go to small comedy venues to fine-tune their art. So when they get on the big stage and do these Netflix specials and HBO specials and comedy tours, it's going to be a hit. Because something they may say over there, just the timing was off a little bit, or maybe the wrong verb was used or whatever. And they go back and they replay it in their head and fix it. And once they fine-tune it, now set the tour date. Let's go, baby. We finna knock this out the park. That's what you do when you play the Bethunes, the Southern Miss. You fine-tune your art. So when you get to the big stage, it's go time, baby. That's all I'm saying. Caller, I hope that makes sense to everybody. Caller, I hope that made sense to you as well. Talk to me, man. Give me your name, where you calling from.
What up? It's P Gauges 863. Ain't called in a minute.
P Gauges, what's up with you, man? I saw you on there, man. I appreciate the support, man. The YouTube gangsters was trying to stick your boy for his paper, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know who said it, but they say you got the Texas A&M Wi-Fi almost passed out.
Peanut. Hold on, let me slap Peanut for saying that. I know Texas. I got Alabama Wi-Fi. Y'all still use aluminum foil and coat hangers. But anyway, talk to me, punk. What's up?
Yeah, man. I'm chilling. I'm just glad you got the troops riled down. These Miami Hurricane fans, they a little too crazy. I had to cut Balin and V12 off Saturday night, 2:00 in the morning. They was sounding kind of crazy, talking about we ain't improve at all. I'm like, y'all boys tripping right now. I mean, it was a tough loss to swallow, but it is what it is. I think we improved a whole lot defensively, line of scrimmage, period. But these are bumps and bruises we had to take. This is not a national championship team. I don't know why everybody believe that.
I'll say that, right? To your point, right now, you're 100% correct. We just don't have enough dogs in the yard.
No, we ain't got them horses.
They puppies,
Andre
though.
Johnson is not lining up out there. We don't got them horses right now.
Right, but they puppies, right? Man of War.
We got some pieces.
Listen,
got some pieces, definitely.
Man of War, who won all them Kentucky Derby, used to be a pony. That's what people have to understand.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And nobody say, hey, boy, I got this nice horse. He's strong. He this, that, and the other. What?
Yeah.
I put him in his first race. He going to win the Kentucky Derby? No, you put him in Kentucky Derby so he gets the experience. He knows what it's like.
Yep.
That horse never seen that race before. Yeah.
Yeah. When Nigel Lee Kelly at 275 and 56 stopped peaking gaps and 31 grown, and you're going to see a different team, man.
Even Leonard Taylor. Leonard Taylor didn't get a gang of rotation last year.
No.
He played, but we talking about gang of rotation? No. But I'm telling you, we say we trust Mario, we got to trust Coach Cristobal.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad you got the troops quiet down, because it wasn't bad. A lot of people forget. Unfortunately, Manny walked in there with that team as head coach. It's 42-17 again, and we outside with pitchforks and torches and stuff.
Fly the plane. Fly the plane. Fly the plane.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
I love it, Punk, man. What I appreciate it, man. I'm going to take one more call. I'm getting up off this deal, man.
All right, my dude. Y'all be easy.
I appreciate you, man. All right, we got another caller in the building, man. 786 area code. Caller, talk to us. Do you agree or disagree with what I had to say earlier if you caught it?
Okay, both ways. It's
Okay.
both ways.
Hold on.
Number
It's
one.
Miss Wilcox, baby. I love
You
it.
know
Talk
what
to
time
me.
it is.
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
It's both ways. I told you at the beginning. The NFL said that y'all quarterback could have pulled himself out if he would have just one trick play or let the second quarterback come in and he still did a running back. That's all you had to do. And you're the hottest topic everybody's talking about. You got guts. Your team is number 2 in defense. But the thing is this. They never gave up. And I told y'all they was not going to give up.
That's right.
You don't have to switch quarterback. You add that quarterback. That's what I was saying. You add a trick play in there. Everybody's saying that. Just one trick play to add another quarterback and make that quarterback running back. Do you know Cornell Stewart, who played for the Pittsburgh Steelers? He was a running back plus a quarterback. Because you got to be flexible. If you can't play one position, you can always learn 2 positions, and that's more money. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the thing is this. Okay, he had a little mental breakdown at that moment, but the thing is that if you're hurting or something like that and you know you can't go, tell the coach. If you sore, that was a great time to let the other quarterback come in just to help you. He's not coming to take over because y'all forget, Texas A&M had 2 quarterbacks, and they played both of them on you, okay? No one said anything. See, that's how you play as a teammate. You use 2, and we're going to win this no matter what. So what? I told you from the get-go, 2 quarterbacks. It's not like he's taking over your position. And the thing was this. Yes, we had many times to win it, but at the same time, the small time wasn't your time because guess what? At the end, we still won the game. The game was back and forth, but the thing is this. Sure, the punter was also a problem, but the thing was this. There was penalties that was not on Miami should have been called, especially the one on James, because the other guy had his face mask, just like I was saying. But when you don't have an upstairs judge to call down and make the ruling over the 2-3 referees there, you got to fight. And not only that, remember, when you're targeting people, you lose everything potential and not be able to go to NFL. This team is not afraid to target because somewhere somebody slipped up. And that's go back up to the field judge. Because if they put that rule that has always been there, that you cannot target a player and you won't be able to go to NFL, these kids wouldn't do it. But guess what? That's on their coach. And they was talked about. Because number one, you had 4 targeting already out, and you added 2 more, something wrong. You don't teach kids violence. But Miami team had to get up and wake up. Oh, this is a real game. And they brought it.
Yes, ma'am.
Those babies brought it. So
Yes,
they have to be the leader for now for the 2023 class.
That's
if you don't show it, then they won't believe it. And I'm out.
Bye, Miss Wilcox. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The Oracle has spoken. And she said what she had to say. We're going to take our next caller. I don't know what else to say. Bye, Miss Wilcox. Caller talked to Ms. Wilcox and broke the phone line. Ms. Wilcox literally just broke the phone line. 850, give us another call, man. When she hung up, she must have slammed the phone down too hard because the whole line froze up because she ain't playing. To Will Scott, translate that, coach. That mean the U is back. That's what that means. Stop playing, Will Scott. You know what time it is. Anyway, 850, give us a call right back. I think that's you, Trent. That's you, Trent. Go ahead and give you a call. I'm going to take this last one. I'm going to get out of here like I told y'all. I'm not going to stay long. I think this is, here we go. Call or talk to us. Give us your name, where you're calling from, and cut your background out just a little bit.
So,
what's going on? Is this Trent?
No, man, it's Get Down Brown up in Tallahassee, Florida.
Get Down Brown. I love that name. Talk to me, man. Trent, don't give up on me yet, baby. I need to know your area code there, Trent, and I'll maybe call you back because you sound like you really got something to say. Talk to me, Get Down Brown.
Hey, man, been a Hurricanes fan since 1983. And the first thing I want to say, you got the greatest show on to support our Hurricanes.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Now, let me get to it. I've been watching Hurricane football for a long time. The problem I got, to have an offensive coordinator that have all the talent that's on this current roster, and you play a whole game and you don't get a touchdown, I got a problem with that. You got to call it out what it is.
So what is it?
It's losing. It's losing offense. The game plan was a losing game plan. It was too conservative. It was too soft. It wasn't vertical enough. It wasn't aggressive enough. As a coach and as a coordinator, you can't forget about all the talent you got on your team. Flagg Franklin had one carry. App State pounded them with multiple backs.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't shorten your rotation in a big game. That's called scared coaching. I've been around football. I watched football long enough. It was too soft. It was too weak, and it can't be overlooked. And you got to call it what it is. Some of the fans say some of us are overreacting. Some of us are calling it what it is.
And so here's my question. Because I'm going to say this. I can agree totally Get Down Brown that Thad Franklin should have had more than one carry. I agree with that 10,000%. But I do have to say this. The two dudes you had in there were getting 5.5 to 5.3 yards of carry, right? I get it. I'm not saying Thad shouldn't have had some runs in there, right? Because I always talked about this. When your players are struggling, that's where your coaching has to come in, right? Sometimes players bail out coaches with their ability, but sometimes coaches have to bail out players with their play calling. So I totally agree with you, 10,000%. Thad Franklin could have done different things, but you know what? It seemed like we were never in. It seemed like we were never in a third and short situation. Never 3rd and 3. I mean, we did have some. Don't get me wrong, guys. Stop it. We had 2, coach. But I'm talking about we were always in 3rd and long situations, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9. We always seem to be in 3rd and long situations for whatever reason, whether it is a drop pass on 2nd and 10, or we can't convert from 1st and 15 for a false start or illegal formation or whatever the case may be. And so, again, here's back to what I'm going to tell you. We can call it what it is, but would you agree with this statement?
Give it to me.
Do you trust Mario Cristobal? Hold on. Let me go back. I'm sorry. Before this game, did you trust Mario Cristobal?
Yes, I did.
After this
full-blooded hurricane. And all I'm saying is, whoever was calling the plays at Kyle Stadium, they were scared. If it was Gaddis, he was scared. Listen, Thad Franklin coming there and get 12 or 15 carries, pounding, leaning on those guys, we would have had more first downs. They didn't even give him a shot in the red zone. He didn't touch the field. Yeah, my twitchy bites were doing their thing. Rooster was coming in with the speed, but you gotta pound the rock. The offensive line played well, but when we got in the red zone, man, I watched the series over and over. Every time we went in the red zone, I watched what they called. and it was soft play calling.
Okay, so within that, I agree with the Mallory call. I thought that was a bad call, right?
Yeah.
But do you also remember every time we got to the red zone, what happened? We get a penalty. Every time we got every time we got in the red zone, we had a penalty. I maybe not every time. Let me fix my language because people are going, but no, coach. So we had 27 first down. Listen, we had 27 first downs, right? Which is great. But that means we were getting first downs on first and second downs. But our third down efficiency, see, that's what people don't understand. This is why when you look at stats, you have to look at them in a particular way. Yes, we got 27 first downs. You're 100% right. But we only converted. Hold on, but we only converted 5 of 14 third downs.
That's not a good ratio.
See what I'm saying? So we're getting first downs, but we're getting first downs on first and second down. But we only converted. People don't. You have to be careful when you look at numbers. All stats can be skewed. Man, they had 27 first downs. Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
But we only had 5. We only converted 5 of those 27. But we had 14 third down situations. We were 0 for 1 on fourth down, which was the last play of the game, not the game, but you know what I mean, the last play with Bashar Smith. Right. You know,
the last drive.
Again, they had 4 of 12. It was a very even game in the sense. The difference is they capitalized on our mistakes and we could not capitalize on their mistakes. That's what this game boiled down to. At the end of the day, this game truly and ultimately boiled down to what? Think about that first drive, boy. I said, oh, boy, it might be a long night, but I've been around. I get it. We stop them to a field goal. They get in scoring position because of the muff punt. They capitalized on our mistakes. They score with 34 on the muff punt, right? They get that drive, they get in, boom. They come back, they get the ball midfield, and a chain number six takes a pretty, like, I don't know, it was a 25-yard run or whatever it was. He popped it open. But those were 2 plays. They had one big play that ended up in the end zone. Other than that, they capitalized on our mistakes and we didn't capitalize on theirs. Like the play with Rooster.
They got out.
The play with Rooster, he literally got tackled by his shoelace.
Yeah. I remember that.
Like, you know what I'm like? Those things changed the play. Like those things, like. It's just the ball was in their court, unfortunately, man. But I think we are just fine. Get down, Brown. I think we are going to be fine. We're going to have a good time in the ACC. We got to get better, especially that doggone field goal unit. We got to get better. But I'm telling you, I think we're going to be fine. I think we can distribute the rock. Will Mallory Will Mallory. Hey, that's his name. TVD has to calm down. He has to calm down.
Let me ask you a quick question about TVD. Is it me or he been off all 3 games, meaning his timing? Or maybe, you know what? I'm excited about the quarterback room. Garcia and the kid from Valdosta that got the winning pedigree. And I ain't saying it's time to pull TVD, but I'm saying he needs to be, needs to be what Ms. Wilcox said. It needs to be a package where other quarterbacks come in and play. I ain't saying pull him, but take him off and let's get a series in with the kid from Valdosta, or let's give Garcia a series. TVD been off to me.
Okay. Again, right?
All the things.
Listen,
just kind of reflect.
No, I get it. No, you're fine, brother. You good. I get it. I totally get you. I get your frustration. Right?
Okay. Right.
And remember, football is a living, breathing animal. It's 22 bodies out there running around on the field at one time.
At one time.
It's not going to ever be perfect. But what I do have to say, why are we so quick to give up on a young man? Because here's what you have to understand. When you put TVD in there, when you put a Jake Garcia in this early in the career, football is all psychology, believe this or not. What does that do to you? What does that do to a person? You have a job. You work. I don't know what you do, but just imagine Whatever you do, I don't know what you do, but whatever.
I got a courier business.
Okay.
Get Down Brown Courier Express. Been in the game since 2017.
I love it. So Get Down. That's right. That's right. You've been around before. You called in before Get Down.
I have, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been around you for far.
Yes, sir.
This is my second time getting in, man.
I appreciate it. So Get Down. You got a courier.
Yes,
Imagine you deliver that to the wrong house before or whatever. You've probably done that before, or you delivered it late, one time.
Right.
One time.
Right.
What happens? What happens? Coach Hayes say, "I ain't using your service no more. And I'm finna badmouth your service because you made that one mistake."
A lot of people, and that'll hurt my business. And
Exactly.
That might mess me up psychologically. But all I was saying from this vantage point, those kids that's sitting behind him, they are very, very talented. I ain't saying it's their time now, but kind of like what Ms. Wilcox said, let's get a package every now and then.
I think you know what a great package could have been? A great package. If we do what we're supposed to do, you put their behinds in against Southern Miss and doggone Bethune-Cookman with some legitimate time.
There you go. Yeah, that's true.
Texas A&M was not the game. I have to be honest. Okay. If I was coaching right now, and I'm not. If I'm coaching right now, I would not have went with a Jake Garcia right there at that moment.
Right. Okay, makes sense.
But I definitely would have given them some burn, especially with the 4 options. You get the 4 games to play without burning your red shirt, especially for Ja'Cory Brown.
Right.
Jake Garcia, because again, we all are ankle sprained away. Hell, you see how all our kids don't get hurt in games. All our kids get hurt in practice.
Right.
We lose every kid in practice. So TVD better get Jake Garcia better get some burn, because if we don't, who knows? But
I know.
But the same, I want to say this, and I'm going to show you how fans are, and I'm not just talking about you, I'm talking about everybody.
Right. Yes, sir.
The same way we was on De'Aaron King, put Will Mallory in. Now Will Mallory comes last year. He gonna win the Heisman. He gonna do this. He come out here and have this. Forget him. Put Jake Garcia in. And Jake Garcia, put Ja'Cory Brown in. Do you think Ja'Cory Brown? Let me tell you something. Do you think Ja'Cory Brown and Jake Garcia? I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen, but 107,000 people saying "F you." You suck. Get out of here.
I can say this. I went to Valdosta and watched the Brown kid. I didn't go when Garcia was up there.
Ain't 100,000 though, bro. It's way different.
It was 70, and they was talking down and dirty.
70,000? Where were y'all playing at?
At Valdosta, Lowndes County, man. You better just Google it. Valdosta, Georgia.
I pass it every day. I-75 to your right-hand side when you headed north on I-75. When you going south, it's on your left-hand side. I know exactly where it is.
All right, Coach. Okay. All I was saying was, man, that kid is the real deal. And I ain't saying, of course I'm not saying that it was his time. Put him out, giving the keys to the Cadillac. But, this competition is good. I just say that. But you brought a valid point. That Kyle Field wasn't the time to bring in your second or your third string, but let's just make sure that he's being pushed.
I totally agree with that. You must push the young man. I totally agree with that. But I don't think he did enough to lose that game. I don't think he did enough to be pulled, because there's a psyche in it. You have to remember, even if you pull him for a series, you have to remember what the psyche does. Quarterback's finicky, bro. Even if you pulled him for a series, right? You pull him for that quick series, because he thinking I fail. Bro, yeah, he skipped some off the dirt. The one to Reddy should have definitely been a catch. it should have been a throw. Right? But guess what? When it counted, he dropped a dime. When it counted, he dropped a dime. So it's hard. But get down, Brown, man. Thank you, man. I wish you best in your business, man. But I got to run. I got to get off here, man. I said I was getting off at 10 o'clock. And look at me. I'm up here again.
Hey, man, I'll meet you at the Florida State game. I'm coming down, man.
Do your thing, baby.
All right, man. Thanks,
all right.
Coach.
No problem.
Go.
Oh, he said go Canes. I said go Canes. I'm going to call 850. Trent said he had something to say, and this is going to be my last call for the night. Let's go ahead and call. I think this is him.
The wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please.
I think we were calling each other at the same time. Talk to me, Cole. I believe this is who I think it is.
Man, Coach, it's him, Coach.
Ooh. Talk to me.
It's Trent, Coach.
I know. Not trench. You get it? Hold on. You see what you said? Trench coat, but Trent coach. Because last time I talked to you, you talked about coming out with a chinchilla, Lions coat. Talk to me. What's your thoughts on what I had to say tonight?
I'm going to address a couple of things because I hear some people saying, Jake Garcia should get some reps over TVD. But I'm going to put it like this, and I'm saying this from the player aspect. I know they can't take nobody serious who's not showing up in the stands to give an opinion on what shit going on within the program. And we can pay these coaches. Well, Mario getting paid $8 million a year, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
All I see right now, you tell me if I'm wrong, I see players being developed. And matter of fact, the same way they treat TV, the same way they're talking about Corey Flagg. It was just Wesley Hussein and Caleb Johnson and all these other players who come play, but he's been the best linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
So, like you said, trust in Mario. That's how I see it right now.
I see it the same way. I see our guys developing. I didn't see, even offensively, right? We all can go back on Monday morning quarterback. I don't know what the stats say. I don't know what the tendency sheet said based on their tendencies. But I have to say this. And everybody, Coach, hey, you love Lane Kiffin. I like Lane Kiffin for that situation. But if we're going to open the playbook, the money like we did, it's in Mario I trust. And I'm riding with him until he clearly shows me something different. And this is far. Man. This is like cutting your windshield wipers on because one drop of water hit your windshield. I can clearly see that we ain't nowhere near close to that point.
I agree. When I say this, I think it was 3 minutes left, and he decided to punt the ball. I know at home, even at the game, there was a lot of fans questioning why he not go for it and punt it, but we able to get the ball right back. So I trust his judgment, and I understood why he settled for field goals. Because I just feel like that if we didn't do that and we actually went for it on the fourth downs, everybody would complain then why he settled for the points. So like you can't really get what you want from this fan base.
Yeah, you have to go and you have to remember too, right? There's a feeling you get at a football game when you coach football games. There's a vibe that you feel that you don't feel at home. You feel the wave of your team. You feel the emotions running through you. You hear what your players are saying. You get the vibe from the coaches. Like, it's different than watching it going to commercial break. You know what I mean? On those long, them 3-minute commercial breaks when they be at the game, you get a chance to talk to your players. You get a vibe of your guys. Are they in it today? Are they not in it? That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, so because I got a question, because I know you're going to agree, but to me, in that game, I seen a whole bunch of buy-in. I seen players, even though it was drops, some miscues, I seen buy-in, like, from the start of the game to the end of it. I mean, even after that muff punt, Tyreek still was coming back, locking up people, like,
yes.
Players like him and DJ Ivy. I mean, I don't know how many players we bring back, but right now I think we're on the right trajectory.
Listen, we have to, because guess what we're not talking about today? Guess who nobody's talking about today? You just said his name.
DJ Ivy.
DJ Ivy. See, everybody's a whipping boy till they not. But the first, DJ Ivy suck. The Al Blaze. And guess what?
Oh, man, Coach, that's another thing I'm going to get on, the whole little Avante thing. That a coach who won a championship, and coach for almost 4 decades, told you, well, he basically hinted at a player not grasping the concept of being able to lead his defense, and he wasn't ready. So what fans do, they go and make a whole other thing, repost with Avante posting to make it the big thing. And to me, it's a lot of people saying they trust him, but they showing that they don't. They actually say this.
No. They actually, exactly right, Trent. Listen, bro, this man been coaching 40 years. You have 2 talented guys back there. Avante got to take some onus in this. He's got to take some responsibility for why he has to compete. Now, I guarantee if one of those guys go down, Avante will be in there. But right now, you got to beat somebody out. Who you going to beat out? Because Texas A&M didn't come out in 5 wide. Texas A&M didn't come out. Like, you got to beat somebody out. Who is he going to beat out? Who is he going to outplay? James? Cam? I'm asking, who is he going to outplay?
Man, no, Coach, I made a statement, and it's true. The defense held up to a point, so I didn't see no point in the game where Avante would have came in and helped aid it. And I'm not saying he's not a good player, but I didn't. I mean, the defense played stellar to me.
Exactly. My only question is who if you want to play Flagg, who do you take out? Now, can I say something? Maybe there's a situation, but again, this is back to an aptitude issue of understanding. maybe in that situation where you think the running back, like say that 3rd and long, and you have Wayman Steed against that kind of dude, and you may want to put him in there, I can go with that. That's a packaging deal, but you got to find that tendency, right? Like, but again, that's Monday morning quarterback, and that's not what your stat sheet said. That's not what your tendency chart tells you. But on that 3rd and such situation, he may be the guy to go in there and cover man if they give us that kind of set. You know what I mean? So who knows? I don't know.
Man, Coach, I think, and I know it's kind of early in the game Saturday, but I think we're going to see a more on defense that keep the same aggression, a couple chances to the offense. I don't know if we take – I mean, I say this because you hit it on it, Coach. You was like, we should have been taking deep shots. But we had 77 plays and we threw 41 times. And to me, I don't think that the wide receiver or the offense was used to that. We were so used to ground and pounding.
Mm-hmm.
So I think now we go at it again and see what we can get from it.
Right. Like, for example, I'm looking here at penalties. We had 7 penalties for 52 yards. They had 5 penalties for 55. Well, guess what? It's not about the amount of penalties. It's about when the penalties happened. Right?
Right.
If I had one penalty that puts me on the 4th and inches, and I get an unsportsmanlike conduct, I only had one penalty the whole game, and that was 4th and 16. That one penalty was huge.
Right.
Like, so, yeah, these stats mean something. But yeah, it definitely does.
That's why I said I trust from everything I've seen. Like I said again, I see players getting developed. I see a mindset being instilled. I mean, I don't know how long these coordinators will stay in, but we know Marlon, that's right now is a permanent piece. And I just see his mentality of taking it. I mean, the offensive line I haven't seen, to me right now.
They look awesome.
Coach, you tell me if I'm being dramatic or overzealous, but every player that's on that line, like they can go to the league and actually do something. I know you got to keep being developed, but I see players actually going to look for work, not just spinning around. And even though even the defensive line, I would say this, that I do see room for improvement because the defensive line we had 3 sacks or 4 sacks and 12 quarterback hurries. But it's even out of the league. Like I see like a split second, and we would have had. We probably would have finished the game with 6 sacks. That we probably would double them out. I mean, we got true freshmen playing, and they hold it to the center. So I believe in the coaching style.
There you go, baby. There you go. And that's what I believe in them until they show me completely different, and we're not at that point yet, Trent. But man, I'm getting off of this deal. I thank you.
Hold on, Coach. I got to end it like this, Coach.
Oh, talk to me.
With everything that you just said, I got to end it with this. Coach, I'll see you in Charlotte.
In Charlotte?
ACC championship game.
Okay. Okay. All right. I like it. Hey, if we go to ACC somebody brought this up. Can we play Florida State in the ACC championship? Is that possible?
I'm
asking. Is that possible?
I mean, hypothetically it can, but I don't know. I mean, they got a lot of teams that they got to face. They got a long game. See, we have a bye week for UNC. We got Virginia Tech, Georgia Tech, and Duke in between that. They got to go Wake Forest, NC State, Clemson, and us, and Georgia Tech, a team that they ain't beaten in the past 3 meetings, all back to back. So I don't know, but man, maybe Magic Mike can make some shape.
I hope so.
I don't know.
King Kyle in the building. 24 not better than 56. I don't know what that means. You talking about Cam Kitchens not better than Leonard Taylor? Based on position, maybe. I don't know the comparison, King Kyle. But anyway, I appreciate y'all, Trent, man. Thank you as always, man. We're gonna get back to I hope you guys like that. Did you like the breakdown? But I have to upload. I'm finna go sit back and check out Wholesome, man.
But man, Coach, I watched the breakdown. You know, I'm gonna get ready for midterms. But I had to tune in. You know, I gotta stay faithful to this.
Yes, sir. I love it, man. How Miles College doing, man? They balling? What they doing? Getting split? What they doing? They getting split?
Coach, I know I'm being recorded, but I know you got your computer body, but I'm gonna just say it's been a lot of belt getting put to air, and we ain't been on the right end of it.
I love it, boy. Anyway, hey, them boys been practicing the old field goal block, huh? Face down. All right. With all that being said, Trent, I appreciate you as always, man. Go Canes, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. That was fun, man. Let me get this number off the screen for y'all. Keep calling. I appreciate y'all. Right? This was part of the Coach Me Coach podcast, but I'm going to start a new segment. It's called The Good, The Bad, The Ugly Film Breakdowns. We'll have a good time with it. I normally pre-record it. Like I said, it was a little preemptive deal because my man Dom had to go. He had to take care of some things, man. So I was like, oh, man, Yeah. So I want to do this anyway. I have my cool little breakdown. Hey, y'all like my intro? I'm going to play my intro right quick, man. I'm going to try and make one for every week. Let me know if you like your intro, man. Check it out.
The good. The bad. The ugly.
Y'all don't know about that, man. Real quick in the comment section, can anybody tell me where that sample came from? Anybody let me know what song used that sample right there? Somebody really famous rapper. What was the name of that song, man? I'll give you 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe it was Cool Mo D, but I was thinking somebody else. We got to pick Cool Mo D. Wild Wild West. No, was that? Maybe they did use it, but that's not what I was thinking. There's another one that has it in there. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Jay-Z, baby. The Blueprint 2. Remember, Oh Behave. There we go. J-Love T. Why you ain't calling it J-Love T? I told you about. Get in here and call in, man. There you go. Jay-Z, the Blueprint 2, man. Hey, anyway, I appreciate it, man. I thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Went a little bit longer than normal on these shows, but I'm going to start doing the Coach Me Coach. I'm sorry, the good, the bad, the uglies on the breakdowns. But we'll definitely make it happen. So with all that being said, I appreciate it. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me when it went out. YouTube be hating on your boy. So it's the 20th. Let's see if they're going to cut me that $33 check. They're supposed to pay on the 20th. We're going to find out, man. Anyway, so with all that being said, thank you guys so much. As always, it's go to you, and we out of here. Peace. Go check out Wholesome video, too. Don't be playing, because he always got that great quality content.